Hey guys, this is Caleb with DSLR Video Shooter. Today I want to talk about something that plagues almost anyone in any creative industry, and that is how to make money when work is slow. All of us have seasons, especially in video production. Usually things start to slow down around winter, and often you'll find yourself outside of that season of video work. There's a couple ways you can make some extra cash with a couple tips, so I'm going to talk about that today on DSLR Video Shooter. The first tip for boosting your income when work is slow is to actually sell gear. Now, don't just sell anything, but I have a personal rule for myself, and that is if I haven't used it for 6 months, I need to sell it. Obviously, there's a couple specialty items that you need and make you a lot of money, but you're only going to use a couple times a year. That may not be as involved, but really look at your equipment and find that stabilizer that you just never use and it's sitting there in the corner and it's worth $600. That's cash just sitting on your shelf. So you should be moving that stuff out. So think about that. Sell equipment. That's going to help supplement income in those slow times. The next one is actually rent out your gear. Now this is kind of tricky because you don't just want to rent out to anybody, and it's really difficult to get insurance that will cover renting out to other people. But you could put together a small contract and rent out to your friends or coworkers. So put together little packages. Maybe if you really want to keep it safe, just rent out grip equipment. So if you have some, lights and stands or tripods and sliders, things that, it's not like a lens or a camera where there could be some liability there. So that could be a great way to make some extra cash on the side. The next one is a really cool idea, and it's great because not only will you make money, but you'll also be able to kind of work on your creativity and keep shooting, which is really important. And that is to film and sell royalty-free footage. There's a lot of websites. If you go to my website under this video, I'm going to link to all of them. But there's a lot of places where you can film and then sell your footage. And I've known a lot of people that have actually done pretty well by doing that. So great way to get you outside and go film some stuff, as well as make a little extra cash, especially when work is a little slow. The next one is actually to set up an affiliate account and do some camera reviews. That's essentially what I do for a living, it's a great way to make some extra income outside of shooting and whatever else you do. So there's a lot of affiliate programs you can sign up for, whether that be Amazon. B&H has a great one, but these places you can go sign up, and the way it works is you can set up a link to products from their website, and if someone purchases through that link, you get a commission. So it's a little difficult to start out in, but if you love doing this kind of stuff, talking about gear, you might as well make a little bit of money on the side and do that at the same time. So if you have a blog or website, think about doing that. If you have something that you will not live or work without, do a review about it. See if there's a link to it on Amazon or B&H or one of these other sites, and that's a great way to make some extra cash. The next tip is actually to diversify your services. If you only do video, you might have a harder time constantly doing that or keep the demand up. So a lot of people don't know this, but I actually do more than just this site and doing filming. I actually also do web design. So that's great because usually when video stuff is slowing down, web stuff is picking up. That's a great way to make some extra cash. Is think about some things that you may have not thought about doing before, but you're interested in, and give it a shot. Think about that. Think about how you can make some other cash. If you do events only, think about setting up some packages where you could go to a business and get them, 2 to 3 little videos for their website. Just try to diversify a little more and reach outside of, your small niche. Especially when you have slow work. That can be a great time to be thinking about that stuff. My next tip will probably confuse some of you, but it's actually do work for free in the field that you want to work in. So obviously that sounds really silly when we're talking about how to boost income when work is slow, and doing things for free obviously isn't going to make you money in the short term. But someone once said, I think it was Alex Lindsay, and I wish I could find the clip somewhere, but he said something that really stuck with me, and I heard this a long time ago before I started this site, before I really started doing a lot more work in film, and that was, if you want to go film and work over in that niche with that crowd, you need to go over there and do it for free. And it really makes sense if you think about it. Let's say you want to do, Red Bull high energy commercials. And right now you make music videos with your friends and you film really boring, promo videos for commercial work. you're not gonna just be able to sit there and get a phone call one day and it's Red Bull, we're flying you to Alaska to go do something. What's gonna happen and what needs to happen is you need to film as much as possible in that niche, and you're not gonna really get hired to do that off the bat. So figure out what you love to do. What's your 5 to 10 year goal or even shorter, and what do you see yourself loving to do? And then go find those people, go find that project and do it. From there, you're gonna build your portfolio and people will start coming to you for that kind of work. So now's the best time to do that. If you have a slow, kind of work is slow and you're not making a lot of money and you have more time than you normally would, get in your car, grab your gear and go find that thing that you want to do and start doing it, because you're not gonna have time later. So that's one of the best tips, is spend that time investing in the projects and in the niche you want to be in. My next tip is to learn something new. And while you won't make money right away, this is huge. I can't tell you how important education is. And I'm not talking about going to college or anything like that. I'm talking about things like lynda.com, Ripple training. If there's some software that you've been needing to use or wanted to use, but you haven't had the time to learn it, if you have free time because work is slow, this is the best time to do that kind of stuff. And I really fondly look back to the time when I didn't have a lot of work. At the time, I was really frustrated and concerned because, you know, I had to make money and wanted to move up in the ranks, as it were. But that was just a golden age for learning. And I spent so much time reading, learning, bought a bunch of books on cinematography, spent a lot of time on lynda.com. And that year and a half, as I was in my, early college years, proved to be some of the best years for, education, and all that stuff I've used every single day since then. So take your time if you have some time off because work is slow, and find something new to learn. If you're confused by filtration and map boxes, spend some time learning about it. Get a cheap set, go out and learn. So this is a great time to learn, and I really miss those days of being able to surf the web, read, and go out and experiment. It's just a beautiful, beautiful thing. So don't miss out on that opportunity to learn something new. My last tip is another really good one, and that is to develop your business. When you're in the fray of crazy work and you have lots going on, you don't have time to develop your business. You're just trying to stay afloat and get work published and out to your clients. So when you have a slow period, that's the perfect opportunity to develop your business. So sit back, grab a notebook, grab some coffee, sit down and think of the ways that you need to improve your business. Is your invoicing system really sloppy? Research some software, figure that out and get a process established so that when work starts to pick up, you're efficient, you're a lean, mean fighting machine, you're ready to rock and roll. So developing your business is really, really crucial. And when work is slow, that's the perfect time to kind of invest more in the process and your efficiency as a filmmaker. So I hope all these tips have helped you. Some of them are going to make you money now, like selling your gear or renting things out. But when it comes to the other ones, a lot of them are longer term, but trust me, that kind of stuff is gonna make a lot of money in the future, because you're going to be able to push everything out. You've learned everything you need to learn, you've developed your business, and now you can completely focus on your craft and actually creating stories. So I really hope this has worked for you guys. If you guys have tips, I'd love to hear how you guys find ways to boost income during slow periods. But if you like this video, please share it, and let's try to get the word out and help those who are struggling and have kind of that awkward work is slow, but they're really ready to rock and roll in their business. For more videos like this and gear reviews, go to DSLRvideoshooter.com. I have lots of content up there, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the website.